What's going on, everybody? Dan here with another episode of Moonshine Talking. Hope everyone's having a good evening. Heading into the weekend. Hope you all have a good weekend, had a good week, all that sort of good stuff. This is my weekend, so this is what I'm doing it with it for now. Went to the gym earlier, grabbed something to eat, all the normal dumb stuff that we all do. But anyhow, I want to do a unboxing of sorts, not necessarily an unboxing because I'm not unboxing anything, but I wanted to show something I got from a band named Hippie Death Cult. I bought a bunch of their stuff off of Bandcamp, so I wanted to show it to everybody and discuss the band a little bit. They put out a new album last year called Helichrisium. It was on it's on Heavy Psych Sounds. Came out in October of last year. Originally, they're from Portland, Oregon. They started in 2017 as a four-piece. In 2021, they ended up becoming they became a trio, not more of, they became a trio. And what was different about that is originally the band started as Eddie Bernabik. I'm probably butchering his last name, forgive me. Uh, he's on guitars, he's the band leader, the founder, all that sort of good stuff. Laura Phillips, who was the bass player, I think she did backing vocals. Ben Jackson, he played keys and did vocals, and then what's his name? Ryan Moore was their drummer. And then somewhere after their second album, which is called Circle of Days, they were four-piece. They switched to a three-piece, and then on top of that, Laura took over as the lead vocals. And I originally saw them in 2022 in Orlando. They were playing with a band called Sasquatch, who's another stoner rock band that I like more one of the more modern stoner rock jammy bands that I like listening to. So they were playing with them. I had never heard them. I went in blind seeing them, and they were great. They had a very good sound, good presence. The songs were really good. Uh, didn't buy any of their stuff then because I really wasn't too familiar with them, but I enjoyed them. Started listening to it a little bit more, and then as it turned out, I was at work late last year. Had to stay late, had to stay overnight for something, and was just thumbing through on my phone and on the trying to find some music to listen to, and I just happened to come across a channel that I subscribed to, and I saw that they had a new album out. So I was like, oh shit, this is awesome. So I just sat there, I threw the headphones on, listened to it, and enjoyed it a lot. It was to me, at least to my ears, it was so good that it was the in my rankings, it was the sixth best album of the year. The only reason I'd say it probably wasn't higher was because there was such stiff competition last year. I mean, you had Cannibal putting stuff out, Cryptopsy, which was my number one. Spirit Adrift was a favorite of mine. Green Lung, another stoner rock doomy band that I listened to. Incantation. There's just a ton of stuff that came out last year, so it's kind of stiff competition trying to crack into at least my personal top five. But six that was good. That's how highly I thought of it. Uh, but anyhow, like I say, so that's kind of a brief introduction of the band, and I'll just show you what I got from them. So like I say, I picked up all CDs. I don't own a lot of vinyl right now. Uh, if I did, I'd probably blow out my budget. But anyhow, this is Helichrysum. Helichrisium. I'm probably butchering that as well. That's their newest album, and it's tremendous. I mean, as far as the songs on it, there's seven tracks, and the best one by and large to me is Shadows. That's the second track on it. That's just a killer. I mean, Laura's vocals on it, they're haunting, yet they're soulful. There's times on the album where they're very melancholic, and it's just, I mean, really good. The rhythm section, the bass and the drums together, they're just thundering throughout the whole thing. Lots of riffs. Eddie Bernabik, he's got a very Iommi-esque style of lead when he does his solos and all that sort of stuff. So it all comes together real nicely. But Shadows is a really good one. The first song, Arise, that's a killer opener. Um, the third Better Days, and the fourth one, Red Giant, those are kind of weird ones because they almost kind of sound very westerny. If they've really kind of like the rhythms are real gallopy, if that makes any sense. And but they're good. Honestly, I know Better Days was a single for them. That was probably to me that was one of my least favorite songs on the album. But the solo in it, the lead that Eddie does, that was top notch. So that kind of won it over for me as far as it not being like a you know total stinker. No offense, but anyhow. Uh, then the rest of the album's really good. I'm not going to try to Nephilabata. I'm probably butchering that, but that was kind of unique because it had an organ throughout it, which kind of just, I don't know, for whatever reason, it just reminded me of a Herschel Gordon Lewis film, like friggin' Montag the Magnificent should have been butchering some woman after hypnotizing her. I don't know, just that just kind of, that's just what it made me think of. But anyhow, that's, if you haven't heard this one, I'd pick it up. It's very good. You won't be disappointed. Definitely gets the Moonshine seal of approval. Then I got Circle of Days, which was their second album. And this one was really good. I'll be honest, I was listening to it, but it was more of like background music at the time. I had a lot of stuff. I was doing other stuff, like work related stuff and things like that. So I couldn't really like focus on the songs and the music and the melodies and all that sort of stuff. But I'm gonna go back and listen to it. It was good. I didn't really focus on it too much. And then this one here, 111 or 111. This is their first album, their debut. It's really good as far as some of the standout tracks on it. Pigs, Black Snake, Breeder's Curse. It's good. It's a different. It's different because you see the evolution of the band. Like you say, is it's it's unique because you go from having a male vocalist and keyboards and in the mix pretty heavily to now you've got a female vocalist and it's more of a power trio. So it's a definite change of pace, a definite change of style. But I like the new band much better. It's just, no offense to Ben Jackson, but you kind of get to a point where it's like garden variety, like you hear enough stone rock and doom metal and stuff like that, and some of it starts to bleed together when you hear enough bands, and it just sounds like it's good, but it's garden variety, and with her taking the lead on the vocals, she's got a unique presentation, and seeing them live, she's got like good stage presence, and there's a couple times when she does some of the older tunes and there's screams in the middle of it. She just gets like this crazy. Had this crazed look on her face. I was like, Jesus, this chick's nuts, but it's fantastic, and I enjoyed it. Uh, so yeah, so it's kind of cool. And I should backtrack a little bit and say that Hella Chrism's the first one that she does all the. They've actually recorded an album with her on vocals, and then they switched out Ryan Moore and brought in a guy named Harry Silvers as the drummer. So it's other than the band leader and Laura, it's pretty much a different band from when they first started. But it's good, like I say. And then this is kind of cool. They sent me a copy of they did a split with a band called High Reaper, and this was pretty cool. It's called Doom Sessions. I'll just show it to you. It's kind of neat. You get to see some of the artwork and stuff like that. It's really cool. Almost kind of that's the sort of thing you should have on vinyl, just because it's kind of kick ass. But this was a really good one. And I'm going to go back and I'll show you some of the interior sleeves on this one, on the new one. It's very very cool. A lot of neat little artwork. I should probably take that out so you can see the rest of it. Yeah, take a look at that. That's pretty badass. That stuff should wind up on a shirt or something, or poster, banner, or something or other. But yeah, that's that. I mean, I was kind of pleasantly surprised by that they gave me that. I mean, they didn't have to. I certainly, if any of you happen to see this video, I appreciate it. And on top of that, it didn't stop there. They gave me a beer koozie. Check that out. That's got, I think that's Laura's eye on there, I would imagine. And they gave me a few stickers. They gave me 1, 2, and their logo for 3. So that was really cool. I mean, I wasn't expecting any of that. And obviously, I mean, you know, I bought the shirt too, so that was really cool. So I had to sport this while I was doing the video. But yeah, that was they're a good band. I'm hoping that they come through Florida again this time with either maybe do a small headlining thing or link up with another band or two. That'd be tremendous. But if you've never heard them before, Hippie Death Cult, they're an awesome band out of Portland. More stoner rock, psychedelic, uh, retro feel to them. They're tremendous. If you're into that sort of thing, which I am, uh, then yeah, check it out. You'll enjoy it. I promise you'll enjoy it. I'm not going to steer you wrong on that. And yeah, it was pretty cool. So that was my unboxing vid for the day. If you like the content, like, share, and subscribe. Do all that stuff. Comment below. Tell me what you thought of the band. If you ever heard of them. If you're gonna listen to them. Any of that stuff. Yeah, that's pretty much it as far as that goes. I got a couple more things cooked up in the works. I'm actually gonna do coming up here pretty soon. I'm gonna do an album review of the Obsessed new album. I just got that recently. Got some other stuff that I got coming in the mail, beefing up my collection and I guess my metal shopping addiction, that sort of thing. But I have that. I had a concept that I was going to do as far as another wrestling thing, even though honestly, based on the views, people don't really seem to give a crap about my wrestling videos, but I'm still going to do them because they're fun. And I was I had the idea of doing something where I take some more modern wrestlers and I remake them. Guys who, basically the creative team failed on them. Guys who I thought had a lot more potential than they realized, and they weren't really utilized, and the way they were was kind of dumb. So I've been kicking that idea around, like maybe I'll do something like that, and it kind of give you an idea of like kind of creatively how a person's mind works when it comes to wrestling and how to build up a character, how to build up not so much angles or storylines, which I hate that because it sounds too cinematic, but just building up a personality to where you get people invested in them in a way that makes some sort of sense and actually makes money, draws, puts asses in seats, that sort of thing. So, like, again, just reiterating the point, it's something I'm kicking around. If anybody's interested in seeing that, certainly drop a comment down. Tell me who you might think would be a good place to start with. My first idea was I was thinking of Claudio Castagnoli, Cesaro when he was in WWE. I kind of feel like they dropped the ball with him when he was red hot. And then there's a couple other guys I was thinking. There's a team called War Machine who they switched their name to the Viking Raiders. They could have done something different with them. A gentleman by the name of Eric Bugenhagen, who he's a YouTube personality, power lifter, all around kind of odd guy, but in a good way. I thought they called him Rick Boogs when he was there, and I thought they kind of dropped the ball with him the way they did stuff with him. So I kind of had some ideas about just shit to do. But anyhow, that's that. I'm just babbling at this point. So anyhow, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon. Stay sick, stay heavy, stay brutal. Always tuck your chin, and don't forget to breathe. And I'll talk to you soon. Later.